Hi everyone, this is Lori-Lynn and this is Spiritwithinus, and thank you again for coming to my channel. Today's reading is going to be in regards to relationships and what may be blocking you in your current relationship, or if you're not in a relationship, then blocking you to move forward to the relationship, hoping to assist you to help open up all that's necessary to bring in, to manifest the relationship of your dreams and desires. So I'm going to be using a couple of decks, but starting off with the Osho meditation deck. And so I'll have 3 piles. The first pile will be from the Herkimer Diamond. The second from the Yellow Pyramid. And the third is the Purple Heart. So pick from one of those 3. If you want to pause and select, or just pick 1, 2, or 3, go ahead. And let's get started with pile number 1. The Herkimer Diamond. Put it up top of there. So for pile 1, what is pile 1? Suppressing or needing to know about their relationship. So the first card that comes up is the card of healing. And so it's the card in the suppression position. And it means that you have healing to do. And perhaps you're not aware that you have healing, or you're avoiding the healing. I believe that when it's in this position, you actually know that it needs to be done, but you're not taking that responsibility. So it's really important that you begin the process of healing, whether it be from the past relationships. I get the sense that it may have been past relationships, not just with a romantic relationship. You've learned a lot of this, but some of what's happened was that you've stopped listening to your intuition, and it's your intuition and your mind that just keeps going and going and going, that which then leads to the ego. So you're listening to your ego rather than listening to your intuition. So you really need to do an incredible chakra journey, and really open up that solar plexus chakra, as well as your third eye chakra. And one of the best things to do for your third eye chakra, especially at this time of year, is sit outside in the sunlight for 15 minutes and just let the sun. It's best to do it during the sunset, and just sit there and just allow the light to penetrate your third eye, and so that you can do the healing that's necessary. But it's important to do that healing that's necessary. So the next 2 cards are about you and him. Interesting. So the first card is, these are the 2 cards that balance one another. So the first card is of understanding, and the second card is of possibilities. And so it's like once you've healed, that there's a freedom that comes with this, a completely new understanding. Perhaps that's to help them on their journey, or just a compassionate side of yourself for yourself. On their side, they seem to have been working on becoming grounded, seeing above, and kind of just watching over, where perhaps you may have not even thought that they've noticed you in any sort of way. They've noticed you. They have. They just, when they're ready to come get you, they will. They've had a lot to overcome, a lot of healing they've had to do themselves. And so just allow them this healing, and so to come at their own time. And that's the side of understanding, that is necessary. And the next card is the card of the actual meditation card, and it's of harmony. And so what that card is saying is that you need to do meditation or find some alone time to calm the thoughts, to harmonize, to understand about balancing of chakras, of clearing out the old, and start a harmonious relationship with yourself first. And you can do this through meditation, just through quiet and listening to your heart, listening to your solar plexus, your intuition, and listening to your third eye, knowing. And so the card in regards to your body is the card of patience. I already know you're going to say it, but I've been so patient. And you're just being asked that's kind of been part of this journey for you, is to learn about patience and to still know to not give up, to continue along with beauty and ease, from a place of understanding, from a place of harmony. And the card in regards to your mind is the card of guilt. And so whatever's going on with this person, this relationship with this person, there is an amount of guilt that's on your mind or inside, and so you're carrying something around with you that's really imperative to release. And so that's why it's super important to really go into a deep meditation and to release that which doesn't serve you, all those guilty feelings that are placed upon you by another, and to release those guilts, to cut them off, to if you have to distance yourself from someone at this point, do so and know why you're doing it. And so in order to complete that whole project, you will open up and be able to accept a new love into your heart, which is the next card, and it's the card of innocence. So as you let go of the guilt, as you have learned that when you know something is true and right, you don't have to obsess about it. You just have to allow it to, to come into being. So as you began to release all of this, a whole new innocence opens up, and you start to see the world completely differently, with a brand new perspective. You see it through new eyes, you hear it through new ears, and you speak it through new words. It's just a whole brand new feeling for you. And it's just to allow that feeling, that innocence, such as the innocence of a child. When they fall down, we don't yell at them for falling. We praise them for the steps that they took. And so this, in every step forward, it's praising the steps, all the big steps. When you fall, you get back up again and you take another step. And so each thing is when you meet someone new, when you start something new, it's just really see through different eyes the beauty and the innocence within the circumstance, the relationship within the person. So there is a whole new innocence that's coming forward. And so on the soul's journey part of this is the card of we are the world. And that just goes back to the whole sense of coming together and seeing the support that you and this person can give to one another, that he may be traveling from a distance to get to you, or you may be traveling together. Obviously not right now because we're not allowed to travel, but you will be doing a fair amount of traveling together and just going to communities, to experiencing communities as a oneness, as a wholeness. And that is part of your path. So because of that, when you're in new communities, and that's why the healing is so, so important, is to break free of the guilt, to see things differently, and to see how we're all connected together as partners, as one. And so I'll take another couple cards. Oh, definitely patience. So we got the patience card again. And the card of healing again. So honestly, there's a lot of healing to be done. So really be patient with yourself. Be patient with them. But like an underground spring that slowly finds its way to the surface, stop and breathe. Be aware and be patient. Knowing. And because you've done this healing, or you've gone back towards the healing where you were resisting it, you know what's got to be done. You decide to take that chance, to take that opportunity. And so this person is a very special person. He may come guarded at times, but once you get him to let his guard down, the relationship is going to be quite amazing. He'll have, he actually brings out the best in you. You can depend on him. You can rely on him. He's trustworthy. And he sees that the power that there is in cooperation and coming together. He also carries a lot of pride within himself. But that pride is something that's not been unleashed yet. It's been withheld. So that's part of the journey for him, is to get to know himself better, to be proud of himself and his accomplishments. And that's what's going to move him in the forward direction. Okay, so that's it for the first pile. The second pile is the pyramid. And okay, just give me 1 minute. Okay, so for pile 2 with the yellow pyramid, what's blocking you from this relationship, from going further, or from manifesting itself? Wow. The first card that I get with you is the card of Source. And so some reason that you have stepped away from Source, from that energy, you're carrying around with you either some not lower energies, you're not carrying around spirits or anything like that, but you are forgetting how everything in life is a co-creation, and that you need to set your intentions and follow through on those intentions. And so it's not setting an intention and then just waiting and waiting. But once you set the intention, every step that you move forward is in with the intention of this goal in mind. And so you're just giving up way too quickly. It's like, this isn't working, or you just do the same thing when you know you need to do something completely different. And so it's connecting with that source energy again, and that's what's going to be the first step in you coming together. And you really do want this relationship. There's something within him that there seems to be some moral issues that really seem to have him locked up, whether they be morally from what he's learned from his family, or morals from a school that he went to, or just an upbringing or a church. But he has these morals that have really kept him bound and tied to a certain way. Maybe it's a manner in which he's watched his parents, but he's got his eyes covered, so he's really not placing much focus. It's placed too much in fear. It's almost like you see the kid, if you don't see me, then it's not really happening. Yet you yourself are seeing it. You see it, that this person is your soulmate, is this, you were intended to meet one another, and you have met one another. And so it's to break down some of these barriers. And so coming together, what's going to work through this is you knowing and constantly rejuvenating yourself with source, and keeping that aspect, knowing that this relationship is meant to be, will soften down some of these moral issues that he's going through. So the card in regards to your body is the card of tuning in. And it shows an array of spirits and guides and past loved ones. And so your body can most likely feel this, and you're being moved together. They're working on your behalf to bring you two closer together, to bond you two. And so it's listening, and very intently just listening without the ego. So turning inside rather than listening to what others have to say, or however others people feel about the situation. It's not about them, it's about you. So you get to make the choices. So become very quiet and sorry, that's a card of the meditation card. And so listening, because Spirit will guide you. So the card in regards to your body is the card of guidance. I guess it's similar, is that you are definitely being divinely guided. This person is being guided to you, to be with you. So at this time, they're preparing themselves, I would say. And you are just to be patient and to know that it's going to be, and Spirit is the one in charge on this, and just to allow the relationship to take place. Once you do so, the next card is in regards to your mind, and that's right aligned with the tuning in card and the source card. And so right now at this time, as you're bringing forth, or as you're manifesting this person that is coming towards your life, knowing what you want, and go on spiritual journeys. Just spend time seeing the whole relationship as if like a child, and taking steps and always looking for that pot of gold, and just keep being who you are, and never compromise that. Just be who you are. Be thrilled at every step you take, at all you seek, and all you see, and you're going to be okay. And so there's a part of you that sorry, this is a part of them. I just got, this is not you. This part is of you, and they need to take down that mask that they're wearing. These really opening up to understanding the moral issues, that they're not their issues. They're issues that were placed upon them. And so to take that off, to unveil who they truly are within themselves. And most beautifully is once this person has let down that mask, has taken off their guards, then the relationship really will become playful. That's the way that they'll start, is with a playfulness, because they may be a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit shy, and so a playful attitude is where they're going to start to connect with you. Okay, so the next step is in regards to both of you. And so the card came up of balance, which has to do with tuning in, but more has to do with morality, and that's a renewed understanding. Can be that there is there are bits of truth in everything that we see and experience, and so focus on balancing, finding the compromise where you need to compromise on different areas that and it's specifically on to do with the moral issues. And so there's this one, you both have these incredible energies that are very strong energies with spirit, that connected with spirit. And on the female side, it's maybe through dreams. And again, that's the adventures going on dreams. That's your manifestation point. So when you dream, when you sleep, these are the times that you do a lot of these astral travels and gain understanding, where we connect with our soul guides and our the wise men that are there to give us tips or challenges of where we need to go, what we need to do. And so this wisdom is within yourself, and so pay close attention to your dreams. On the other side is the wisdom of the snake. And for them, this is going about the whole morality side of it, is that all of this it's not something that's foreign to him, but it's something that he needs to peel away a lot of what he's been predisposed to, a lot of the things that he's been taught. He needs to completely shed that to become a different person. So you are to help him with that, and you can do so. And this is to release the incredible energy that he has. He does carry around with him a lot of energy, a lot of charisma. Actually, it's interesting because what I've just got is he's got this charisma, but he doesn't know what to do with it because he doesn't quite understand it. And the sense that he could be proud is what he wants. He wants to be confident. He wants to be proud. And he wants to show you this, but it's foreign to him. I suspect that he probably had some issues as a child, and these issues have just carried forward, and he has worked on them, and so he is really changing, but he's taking a lot of action. He's taking a lot of chances. He's making decisions, and perhaps some of the decisions aren't the best, but he needs to be on his own in order to make these decisions, because he has to learn to do this, and he has to break free and break through from all of these morals, or these judgments that have been placed upon him that have tied him up. He needs to break away from that. And so just keep your eye on where you know the relationship is going, and it'll go in that direction. Okay, so just getting to the next deck, which is there we go, which is the purple stone. Okay, so for pile number 3, what is it you're suppressing? Wow. Okay, so what are you suppressing? And it's a major arcana card, and it's the card of nothingness. And it's a really card of courage to be able to go from this place that's just so, you may have been, I'm going to say trained, accustomed, taught, but just to be so busy and so active and so many things, and right now is just to do nothing, just to let it all go and let everything happen around you, as long as you can continue along the journey that you're meant to be along. This nothingness is going to lead to this place of healing and to heal your heart. So you may have had an instance or this is about self-love and healing that your heart chakra, perhaps of an old relationship or just a past relationship. It could have been last week, but there's a healing that really needs to be done. And so if you know any energy healers, that's probably to go through Reiki, or if you can do it yourself, then to really clear your head and your sacral and connect your heart, open your heart up fully. He's been on this pathway of really determination and celebration, and he's a newfound sense of self. And so there is a connectivity that needs to happen, but can only happen through the sense that you are healing, and that, or maybe where you're meeting one another is at a place of dance or a place of celebration. And I think that for him, he may have been held back quite a bit through different things. And so he has this life that is completely different. And so different perhaps than most people. And it may involve music, celebration, dancing, and just having a great time. So he's ready. Okay, so the next card that comes up, and it's the card in the meditation spot, and it's the actual card of meditation, which is schizophrenia. And so what this card says is there's two sides that you're holding on to, and I think that you're each holding on to something. Both of you are holding on to something that something's always comes back to fear. And so instead of trusting that things will be okay, you perhaps go and meet up and then run away and get scared, and they come and meet you and then run away and get scared, and it just seems like this back and forth and craziness. And instead of just letting it all go and just trusting in the relationship in itself. And the card in regards to your body is the card of friendliness. And so that's always says is really be conscious of your chakras, of your energy, and making sure that you're not presenting an energy that scares away people or blocks away people, that you're moving forward with an energy of love and blessings and fun and all of those things, and the two energies together are coming together. But if you're presenting the energy of fear, you're going to bring forward that the same sort of energy. So be conscious. That's all it's asking, is for you to be conscious of your energy to come together. So when I was talking about the meditation, the schizophrenia, and the card that comes up in regards to your mind is the card of letting go. And that's exactly what I was talking about, is that you do just need to let go, instead of both sides just hanging on to what you think is survival, but is really out of fear. Just let go. Just let go. And just allow the chips to fall where they may. And they will, most beautifully, with the card of the heart, is a card of completion. And once you both become strong enough to let go, you will come together, you'll fall together, and it will be like the final piece has now been unraveled. The final piece is completed. It's like you complete me, and the relationship will be one of a very beautiful relationship, a very healthy, and starts off in a friendly manner. And again, this card's come up quite a few times lately, and the last card, the soul journey card, is the card of We Are the World. And that's to see how within this relationship, how many people stepped up, how many souls, how many friends, how much family, how many people all came together that honestly created this relationship, that brought life, this relationship. And so, it's truer. So you'll be understanding why you've met this person. It's a synchronicity type of event that your soul is going to really experience. Is that this happened for that to happen, and because that happened, this happened, and now we're together. So again, I come back to the card of the energy, and really recognizing your own energy source within. And so when you connect your spirit, connect to the spirit above, to the divine spirit of all that is, and to the ground below, to Gaia, and disconnect all influencing external sources, like all the things that weigh upon you, even things from yesterday. If you've left work, just leave that all behind. This is a period for you to be really conscious of your energy. It's important as you move forward together within this relationship, because it's what's most important is to be able to feel one another's energy. Okay. I think this person may have actually, he may be torn between two people, and it's not necessarily a romantic relationship. It may be he may be tied down to another situation that he can't, for whatever, let go of. And there's a choice that does need to be made. And it's not, the choice doesn't really have to completely involve them letting go of this person, but just saying that this is my life, and I need to make the choices, the best choices for myself. So that's a point that they need to get at. This is you, this is this person, which is basically the Queen of Cups, and someone that is so balanced and so full of love. And this person is extremely drawn to you, and so in a lot of ways, in the same respect, is very confused at times. But again, we've got completion, and then we've got wholeness. That once they do make that decision, again, the sense of completeness, the sense of wholeness is real. It's there. And so good luck on this relationship. And remember, you have healing, and probably mostly to do with the fact that this can be an on and off, or not consistent. You may not see this person consistently, or there seems to be so many obstacles, and just learning to let go. And so enjoy life. And move forward in a healing sense, with being very conscious of your energy. Okay, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. The timestamps are below, and much love. And that's about it. Bye-bye.